Welcome to Drive Life Thoughts. This might be the best video for people new to the channel. And before you see any of the other videos, I feel like this is a very important one for you to listen to. I usually like to think that in life we go through different challenges. And in my videos, if you've seen any of the other ones, you've noticed that we've talked about really, really hard subjects. Breakups, divorces, children, losing friendships. It's hard. It's a channel based on coping and learning how to get over those things. But the purpose of this video is to talk about the most important piece of the puzzle. And the thing about the most important pieces of the puzzle is that people don't even realize what that is. They always think it's other people. They think that it's the situation they're in. They think it's their actions and what they are doing. When in reality, the most important piece of the puzzle in your life is you. And that's it. It could be you sitting on your couch. It could be you out walking your dog. It could be you just staring off on a park bench. It's you. You're the most important part. The reason why I bring this up is simply that people lose sight of what's really, really important. And I am going to clarify before I go any further that I am not a behavioral therapist. I have absolutely no experience or schooling in behavior sciences or being a therapist or anything. I'm simply just a guy with an opinion and how my life, which has gone through many twists and turns like so many of you, and I just put my perspective on things, and you are free to listen and take it all in, or you can say, hey, this guy has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. Moving on past that, let's talk about you for a moment. You are the key to everything in your life. You are the key to how your career moves forward. You are the key to how any friendship or romantic relationships move forward. You are the key to everything that happens around you. And it's quite incredible, really. The reason why I bring this up is because without you, there would be a gap in the world. And I know you may think it seems very small or, well, people would move on without me. Of course, that's the case. However, you are here. You are fortunate enough to be here on this planet. And it's very important for you to understand that people do love and care about you. So if you come here to this channel and you are in a place of despair, I want you to understand that in reality, yes, things may seem tough through your eyes, and you may be in a difficult predicament or your heart could be broken. However, these are all temporary things. And the most important part of this entire puzzle is you. So let's keep going on that for just a moment. Without you, your ex-wife or ex-husband wouldn't have an ex. And they wouldn't have had all those great experiences with someone special, meaning you. Let's talk about, if you have children, let's talk about children. Your self-worth, okay? If you weren't in the picture, those children wouldn't be in the picture. They wouldn't even exist. So there's another piece of the puzzle that's very important. You are so important on so many levels. What about your friends? Okay? If you have friends and they're lucky enough to know you, then that's really good for them. Just like you having them as a friend is really good for you. It all comes back to you, ultimately, in the end, in making yourself happy. But in order to make yourself happy, you truly have to be at peace with yourself. And in order to be at peace with yourself, you have to understand that you are much more important than anything else in your life. You can't let other people dictate your happiness. You can't let financial stresses dictate your happiness. And what happens is that people lose sight of that and they forget that they are really, truly the most important part of their own lives. You don't see your coworkers except for a little bit of the day, and they're important to you, right? However, even though they're important to you, who do you have to be with all day long and all night long? It's yourself. It's you. And there are lots of people in the world that want to be close to you and want to be near you, and they want to spend all their time with you. Don't ever sell yourself short. Don't ever think that you are not worth anything. That is the most important part of any of these videos, okay? If you've been dumped and you feel like you're at the bottom of the barrel, it's not true. It's just how you view it at this moment. You have a person that just says, I don't want to spend any more time with you right now. Whether or not that's a permanent thing, possibly. Well, if that's the case, sorry for them. However, sometimes it's not permanent. Sometimes they think, wow, you know what? That person that I had was really good to me and really meant well. And then it always comes back to you. They're thinking about you because you're important. Your children missing you in school, they miss you. They miss that person. But you know who they miss? They miss their parent that's confident and has their own self-love. You are so important to so many people. And most importantly, if you take care of yourself, you simply just exponentially grow. And when you exponentially grow, it makes your attractiveness that much more, and you become magnetic and you bring in even more love, and you will feel more fulfilled. So the main goal here is to make you understand that no one is more important than you, and you're so, what's the word I'm looking for here? I would be hard pressed to say that you are one of a kind, okay? And even though this earth has 7 billion people on it, you are one of 7 billion. So yes, you may have some lookalikes. However, your soul is yours and yours alone, and nobody has a soul identical to yours. Similar to the fingerprint, however, the soul is really the most important. I want you to take away one thing from this video, in that even when you're going through the hardest of times, it's temporary. There's always light at the end of that tunnel. Think of life as a road that bends and winds, and there's hills and there's downs. You go up over the mountain and down the mountain, and sometimes you blast straight through the mountain and it hurts a lot. But then at the end of that really difficult tunnel, there's a light. Everything is temporary. Okay? So if you come here and you're just looking for inspiration or hope, it's not something that you have to hunt for. It actually will come. You will feel better someday. If you came here with high anxiety and you're worried that you're stuck in this position forever, or you're trapped in a financial spot, or somebody left you and you're going to be single forever, or maybe your kids don't want anything to do with you, I promise you, everything is temporary. And over time, people get to learn and see your value. And as you build yourself back up and you truly understand and let go, you'll turn into this powerful being. And when you're a powerful being like this, and you attract all these other people into your life, you're never alone. You really aren't. You're truly not alone. There are tons of people out there that feel exactly the same way you do in your current situation right now. I'm hoping that this can help you, and I'm hoping that my future videos will be able to shed some light and possibly make you feel a little bit better. That you not only are the only ones going through your struggles, but you also are the most important person in your own story. And people seem to lose sight of that. So this is a Drive Life Thoughts video. And I do offer, if you do want to have someone just to vent to, I have an email. It's drivelifethoughts@gmail.com. And it's, you just send whatever you want to me. Keep in mind, I am not a behavioral therapist. And I do keep everything confidential, obviously. However, it's free. I try to check it at least a couple times a week, but I am very busy. And I just want you to know you are so important. And even when you feel like you're unimportant, it's just because you feel that way in that moment. It's not the truth. You are all that truly matters in your own story. And as you grow and as you get out of these situations, you will feel so much stronger and your life will improve so much more. So just know that if you're hurting right now, or you're listening to this right after you were broken up with or something tragic happened, it's just the beginning. And we can work through this together.